Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. We're back tonight with round 6 of P1 Race Communities Alpha 155 League. Evening mocking weeks, just saying hello in the lobby. So it's round 6, we are live from Lago Maggiore. It's not, it's Lago. I don't know why it's Lagoon. 3 times 10 minute sprint races. Mediums must be used in one race of tonight. Grid positions for race 1, there's no qualifying, so grid positions are reverse grid of race positions, you know, championship standings. That's the word I'm looking for. So 3 races tonight. They must use mediums at some point. No fuel on, but and it's not Lagoon Maggiore or Maggiore, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. Evening, how are we doing? So Kevin leading the way then, 275 points. He's got a great big lead up front with just 3 rounds left. Obi-Wan second with 212. Mocking Weeks in third with 200. We've got HKRT Manos in 4th with 186. 5th for HKRT Midas with 172. Got P1 Pilgrim with 165 in 6th. Ginger Imposter 7th with 117 points. In 8th, we've got Nick Vic 007 with 117 points. We've got Skippy in 9th with 84 points. HKRT Sturpan in 10th with 78 points. Captain Pugwash in 11th with 74 points. And Ice Chand 12th with just 64 points. So that is points coming into tonight. Throw ourselves in the lobby. Merch still available, people. Couple of t-shirts left. Still plenty of stickers if you want any of those. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. Here we go then. Evening. Oh, that light's a bit... That's a bit better. That was a bit bright, wasn't it? A bit yellow. Evening. How are we doing? Let me turn the sound on quick so I don't forget. So who have we got in the lobby tonight? Dylan, Captain Pugwash, we've got HKRT Sturpan, we've got Skippy, Nick Vic, Ginger Imposter, Pilgrim, Midas, we've got Manos, we've got Mocking Weeks, Obi-Wan and HKRT Kevin. 12 drivers. Don't think we may see one more, I don't know, who knows. So, Lago Maggiore, as I say, it's a good track. It's not Lagoon Maggiore. Yep, I quite like this track myself. Let's get some nonsense on for everybody. Kevin, championship leader. Let's have a little look at this track here. Might not get a full lap in before race 1 starts. We'll just have a 2-minute warning. Big long straight down to a hairpin at the bottom. Carry a lot of speed down here. Easy to go for a bit of an overtake. Cutting off as much of that. Cut a lot more of that curve off. And that, I don't think it incurs a penalty either. So. Warning's just coming in then, just be careful the first few corners. Turn 1 here, very, very tight. Turn 2 straight into a hairpin. It's a very tight bit of the circuit. It's almost straight off the line as well. We may get to see it here if Kevin gets around these next couple of corners. Let's have a look. So, Final turn onto this start-finish straight. Let's see if he does manage to see these first couple of corners. If not, we'll see them in the race. Turn 1 coming up then. Brakes on early, but okay. Looks like we're about to get race 1 underway. Kevin just throwing himself back in the pit, so we're not going to see turns 1 and 2, not at any kind of speed anyway. Yeah, very tricky first couple of corners. Again, 90-degree left-hander straight into a right-hand hairpin. Let's get ourselves here. Stick ourselves at the back with Kevin. We can see all the chaos. So race 1 just about to get underway. Lights go on then. Let's see how long they're held on the line here. Revs go up. Good start by Kevin. He gets the jump on Obi heading down towards turn 1. Everybody looking for positions early on then. Everyone just being cautious. And there's turn 1 into turn 2. Couple of bumps going on there. And towards turn 3, Kevin slicing his way through the track side by side with Midas coming into turn 4. Almost hairpin, a great big right hand elbow. Making himself a little bit wide there, got to be careful. Okay, let's get ourselves to the front. Dylan leading the way. Sturpan 0.6 of a second behind him. A little bit of a gap then back to Captain Pugwash and Skippy side by side coming into this left-hander. Captain Pugwash just squeezes through then, holds on to third. Skippy fourth, he's under pressure now from Jinjin Posta. Oh, Jinjin Posta carrying, oh, he's gone. A lot of speed through that corner, carries all the curb. Still side by side with Skippy though, coming down towards this hairpin at the bottom of the hill. Pilgrim and Kevin. Oh, side by side Kevin. Pilgrim was right there. You can't have not seen him. Turns straight into Pilgrim, looking for the line then Kevin. Didn't pick up any damage. What's he got? It's -11, sorry. Then in 8th, Obi-Wan in 9th, starting to find his way through the field as well. Nick Vick in 10th. There is Kevin in 11th, championship leader. Mocking in 12th currently. So just 10-minute laps here. 10-minute races, apologies. Racing softs on for Dylan then in race 1. Sturpan also on those soft tyres. Softs on for Captain Pugwash. Softs on for Skippy. Soft tyres on for Jinjin Posta, still side by side those two. Midas Alani on the softs in race 1 as well. Pilgrim on the medium tyre in race 1 here, getting rid of those early soft tyres on for Obi, doing alright, fending off drivers, currently holding 7th. Pilgrim on those slower tyres. Obi on the softs behind him. Kevin in 9th, also on the softs. Manos softs for him. Nick Vick. Softs on board for him, and Mocking Weeks the softs. So is it just the one driver, the two drivers? Who's that? It's just gone spinning off track. Pilgrim loses a couple of positions, loses all the positions. In fact, Mocking Weeks is going to get past him here. Falls to the back of the field then, Pilgrim. Not sure what happened down there. No damage on his car, maybe just the medium tyres just let him go. Dylan leads then. 0.8 of a second from Sturpan. Almost broken the toe then, heading down towards this hairpin at the bottom of the hill. 0.8 still for Dylan. Loses a couple of tenths on the exit of that turn actually. Sturpan starts to close him back up. Big gap back to third though, Captain Pugwash, 3.6 seconds behind him. Captain Pugwash, Jinjin Posta in 4th, not too far behind. Kevin storming his way through this field then from the back of the pack. Off the line, he's already into 5th. sixth. Camera angle's not too good here at Lago. Again, started from almost the back, right in front of Kevin, who was at the back. So sixth already. Nick Vic's found himself with a penalty. He's cut too much of a corner somewhere. Like Solani, look to get past him. Where's the penalty zone? I forget where the penalty zone is. Weeks as well, starting to make his way past a couple of drivers. Manos in 10th, Skippy 11th. Not sure if Skippy's had a little bit of a moment as well. Manos just getting himself back on track there as well. Skippy 11th, then Pilgrim 12th. After that little bit of off-track action again, I think those medium tyres flipping neck. There's drivers off all over the place in the background. Medium tyres just let Pilgrim down on a particular corner. Sent him from mid-pack down to the back, unfortunately. Wash under threat here from Kevin. Ginger Imposter losing that position to championship leader. Ruby also making up another position into sixth. Wide through there though for him. Okay, here's the penalty zone then along this back straight towards this hairpin. Solani also losing a penalty here as well. Oh no, not this lap. He's picked it up just before that penalty zone. He gets away with that one for another lap. Weeks. Car still for sale, was $49.99 last week. I think it's down to about £25 this week. A bit of bump drafting between Mockin and Midas, trying to chase down that pack in front. Vic though lost his penalty now. Off in front, Ginger Imposter having a look at Captain Pugwash, sticks one up the inside through there. Gets the job done, hot on the tails of HKRT Kevin as well, who's got himself through to third. Sturpen and Dylan are a long way off first place. Dylan, 0.6 of a second over HKRT Sturpan. There is everybody else, 5.5 seconds back. We've got 6.5 minutes on the timer for race 1. 3.5 left then. Tight line for Sturpen. He holds the gap between himself and Dylan. That's good. I thought he was going to lose a little bit of time coming into that turn, a bit too tight there, but not too bad. So Kevin into that third place. Again, a long way back to have a look for first place, the way the top two are driving, but anything's possible here. 3 minutes remaining in race 1. Battle kicking off behind. Mockin Weeks and Captain Pugwash. Pugwash now with a half a second penalty. He's got to lose in the next couple of corners. Oh, Mockin Weeks. Oh, Mockin Weeks. Got the power on a little bit earlier than Captain Pugwash. Stuck his front end into the back of him, and unfortunately that slowed Mockin Weeks down enough to allow Midas to get past. Unfortunately, both drivers have got a penalty to lose, Pugwash and Midas. So Mockin Weeks might be able to take the pair of them here. They both drop themselves off the racing line. Penalty's lost. And they do get past them by Mockin Weeks. He moves into 6th. Captain Pugwash 7th. Midas in 8th. Manos in 9th. Nick Vic 10th. Also losing a penalty. Pilgrim 11th, making up a position, and Skippy in 12th. And still leads then. Sturpan close that gap again. Oof. A little bit hot through there. Carries a bit too much speed into that turn, loses those tenths to Dylan. But we are witnessing a stomp of a lap here from Kevin. He's bound to stick fastest lap in. He's already got it at the minute. But that 5.5 second gap is down to 3.7 seconds. How's he done it? Has he folded his wing mirrors in? What's going on? Imposter still hanging on to him at the minute. Just falling out of slipstream range through there. Obi up into 5th. Mockin Weeks followed him through then into 6th. Pugwash fended off a few drivers in 7th at the minute. We've got Manos, Nick Vic and Midas looking for a way past him. with Captain Pugwash then. Manos chasing him down in the slipstream. Down towards this hairpin. It's not a hairpin at the bottom of this one. It is, but it's a big wide open sort of thing. Oh, tricky. Captain Pugwash getting swamped there, unfortunately. A little bit of contact between him and Manos in front. Pushed him off track, just left the door wide open for the rest of those drivers to come through. Pilgrim and Skippy having a punch up for this last place as well in the last lap here. Okay, Dylan. He's put... It's risky through there. He's put in some good laps. He's managed to force Sturpan into a mistake. That drops him 2.5 seconds behind him. So that is it. Then race 1 timer ticks over that 10-minute mark. Dylan has just got a couple of corners to go then, and he'll take the win in race 1. Sturpan should make second place unless any kind of mistakes, or he hands it to his teammate HKRT Kevin. Not that there's any teams in this one, but it is going to be Dylan safe and sound around those last couple of corners then is going to take the win for race 1 here. Sturpan is going to hold on to second, Kevin takes third, Ginger Imposter takes fourth, Obi-Wan fifth, Mocking Weeks in sixth, Manos seventh, Nick Vick in 8th, Midas in 9th, Captain Pugwash in 10th, Skippy in 11th and Pilgrim 12th. That is race 1 done and dusted. Oh, gotta get myself a new chair. This one's not the most comfy. I was looking at a few today. What do you think? So there are race results from race 1 then. Dylan holding that lead from the get-go. Sturpan second, Kevin third, Ginger Imposter fourth, Obi-Wan in 5th, Mocking Week 6th, Manos in 7th, Nick Vick in 8th, Midas in 9th, Captain Pugwash 10th, Pilgrim in 11th and Skippy 12th. Now, Pilgrim has got rid of his medium tyres, so he's just got 2 sets of softs to play with for the next couple of races. Everybody else has got to put those softs on, the mediums on at some point. A lot of them left it to the final race last week. I don't know if there was any kind of strategy in that, but that just seemed to be the decision everyone made. It's Kirkland's signature, by the way. Sponsor me. Okay. Couple of minutes. We've been given a 22. Okay, just 4 minutes of waffle from me then. You may notice, if you're a regular viewer, there's something missing just here. There used to be a thing just there. Well, I still possess it. It's just down there, ready for this weekend of chaos and mayhem and possibly breaking stuff of myself and bits of Wales, maybe. That's what's happening this weekend. I can't give out too much information because we might have spies in the camp. We're going out for my mate's birthday. We're off to Wales. I can tell you we're playing golf. I know, but we're going downhill mountain biking. That's what we're doing this weekend. As you can tell, I'm a bit excited. I need to go out and scare myself, which is exactly what I'm going to go and do this weekend. So, depending on what happens over the weekend, Sunday stream may or may not happen. I can't, you know, I might end up in a Welsh hospital somewhere. I'm just saying. I can't stream from there if I haven't got my kit. That's, you know. But yeah, that's what's happening this weekend. I like I say, I can't wait. I've been gagging for a rip out on the old steed for a while. Unfortunately, the other lads who I ride with play an awful lot of golf. So me, just being me, wanting to knock about with the boys instead of going mountain biking, I'm playing golf. Still get to F about with the boys, I can say that. But still want the chaos of downhill mountain biking, hence why we've forced the hand, me and my mate have forced the hand of one of the other boys. Again, it's his birthday, so we've kind of said, right, this is what's happening, it's already paid for, fix your bike, let's go. That's what we're doing. So that's what we're doing. That's what we've done. Just got to drive there and do it. Right, race 2 just around the corner. Not no word from Mocking yet, but it will be. We are at 21. Race is scheduled for 22 minutes past. Yeah, so if you look at, oh, you can't quite see it because my big head's there on the, let me just yank that out of the way. Look behind there, look, Autodrome Lago Maggiore, not Lagoon Maggiore. Alright, just making that clear. Right, I'm getting into this lobby and I'm going to make sure I turn all the nonsense on now because race 2 is just about to get underway. Skippy looking for the Target sponsorship. Medium tyres on as well, opted for this race. Captain Pugwash still on the softs. Vic still on the softs. Oh. Dylan on the softs for race 2 as well. Oh, I didn't see what Obi was on. I need to turn that off, don't I? This is not ring calf. Why didn't somebody tell me? Right, here we go then. Race 2 just about to get underway. It's as of race positions from race 2, grid position. So Dylan leads again. Faster drivers have already made their way through the field in race 1. We head down towards turn 1 then. Again, tricky corner. Come on, camera. Why are we looking at Skippy? I don't know. Dylan then leads us through the first couple of turns. Sturpen looks for a wing up the inside, but it didn't work. Ginger Imposters managed to squeeze out Kevin through turn 2. He's dropped himself into 3rd then. Kevin in 4th. Obi 5th. Mocking 6th. Manos in 7th. Oh, Midas getting a bit of a send on them. Nick Vick in 8th. Pilgrim 9th. Captain Pugwash in 10th. Midas just getting the rear end loose on his car through there, losing a couple of positions, dropped to 11th, and Skippy in 12th. Again, Skippy might be the only driver on that medium tyre. I'll try and skip through, and I'll try and look when I skip through. So Dylan, has he got to do another 10 minutes with Sturpen behind him? Can he make that break early on? He's only got 0.7 of a second. In 3rd with a good tow over the hill, as has Kevin. Obi-Wan tucked into the slipstream as well. Kevin goes a little bit to the inside, just showing himself to Ginger Imposter. Good exit from him as well. Tucks himself right up behind Ginger Imposter coming into these next couple of turns. Nowhere to really go for him though through here. It's brave without taking out another driver. Oh, he goes for the switch back up the inside. That might work. And it has. Ginger Imposter just not seeing that one come in. Obi-Wan also having a look at him through there, but might have to wait till the start finish straight. Tucks himself right into the slipstream as well of Ginger Imposter. Also looks for a little bit of a move up the inside at that final corner. tucked well into that slipstream behind Obi-Wan. He doesn't go for it through there. He has a little think about it into the hairpin coming through, but backs out. Manos then. Nick Vick sideways out of the hairpin. Manos 7th. Nick Vick just drifting out of that one. Pilgrim in 9th, back on the soft tyres. Thank the Lord, I'm sure he'll be saying. We find Captain Pugwash with another penalty here. To 5 of a second. Skippy on those mediums in 11th, and Midas Alani on the softs behind him in 12th. Losing his penalty. Dylan then has managed to open up the gap, but he's got the championship leader now behind him. Sturpin's made a mistake. A couple of drivers have managed to pass him. Gap at 1.2 then between Dylan and Kevin. Keep an eye on that. Ginger Imposter then falls to 3rd, 1.2 seconds behind. Sturpin drops to 4th. Weeks has got past Obi. He's now having a look at Sturpin on the run down the hill to the hairpin. Side by side, he's got the advantage. He's got a good drive out. He'll have the inside line coming into this next turn as well, Sturpin. Weeks having a very poor exit. Obi-Wan also side by side with him coming through here. Tricky. Oh, Obi-Wan almost off track there. Wheels on the grass. Still side by side with Mockin. We've got Manos in the rearview mirrors as well. Manos sees the opportunity, goes for the move past Obi. Squeezes his way back onto the line. So let's just have a check back up front. Dylan then still leading. That time has dropped, but not significantly. It's down to 1.1 seconds. Dylan just taking fastest lap until Kevin came through and took it straight off him. Takes another 10th out of his time as well. Ginger Imposter holding that 3rd. Sturpin still 4th. Weeks 5th. Manos 6th. Obi-Wan in 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Nick Vick in 9th, Skippy 10th, Captain Pugwash, no penalty on board for him then in 11th, and Midas Alani in 12th, falling back a little bit as well. I'm not sure what's happening with Midas. Okay, back to race leader Dylan. Car behind him getting ever closer and ever bigger in his mirrors. The gap down to 0.6, just under it's just flicked over 0.7. Carrying a lot of speed through there, Kevin. Again, just got to be careful you're not picking up those penalties. Gets away with it that time by the looks of it. Brings that time down to 0.5 of a second, heading down towards this hairpin. He's going to have to consider taking defensive lines in a corner or two. With 2nd place then chasing down race leader Dylan. Really see, great big spoiler in the way, how far back the other drivers are. Still gaining the slipstream at the minute, down to 0.3 of a second. And under braking as well, just hauling Dylan in here. Just allowing the car to roll, not really using the brakes through there. Speed he's carrying. Dylan got nothing for him coming into this last turn then. Now Dylan tucks himself right into the slipstream of Kevin. Oh, Sturpin goes wide through there. Who's that in the background? Going massively wide. It was Nick Vick taking all the grass on that final corner. Pilgrim's found himself with a penalty as well though. He's going to have to lose that this lap. Oh, Obi-Wan's off track there. Carrying a little bit too much speed through that hairpin. Maybe side by side with Sturpin on the exit, not too sure. Oh, missed the move for... Oh no, I didn't miss the move, did I? No, I didn't. That was into the final corner. Kevin taking that lead then. What can Dylan do? He'll be able to see Kevin's lines here. Just carrying awful lot of speed through some of these corners. Doesn't break through a fair few of them either, just lets the car roll through. He's starting to open the gap up between himself and Dylan. Gap back to 0.6 in the other direction. Pulling away at the minute is Kevin. Everybody else a long way behind, so Kevin leading then. 2 minutes remaining in race 2. Dylan second. Ginger Imposter has got a little bit of clear air behind him in third. Mocking Weeks having a battle for fourth with Manos, Sturpan and Obi-Wan involved in that fight, or they will be if they can close it just a little bit more. A lot of dirt being kicked up here, drivers risking it all. Pilgrim in 8th, but Skippy just gets his nose at the inside on the exit of that turn. Oh, flicks through to 8th just as I move camera. A little bit of contact between him and Pilgrim, but carries the speed. Skippy then drops himself into 8th. Pilgrim in 9th. Pilgrim might have to go back into turn 1 here. Out of it, allows Skippy to hold on to it. Nick Vick then in 10th, Midas in 11th, Captain Pugwash now in 12th. Look at this, Kevin. Mistake from Dylan, trying to follow Kevin's lines, I think, has cost him 2.3 seconds to gap. Ginger Imposter now just 1.8 seconds behind him. Still got Manos for company. Sturpan still got a bit of a toe, as has Obi-Wan. Gaps for the back 2. Just opening up Manos and Mockin. Bumper to bumper though coming through there. You have to see. Oh, Manos has found himself with a penalty. That's. Oh, he's not going to serve it. He won't be able to serve it because he got it right before the line, before the penalty zone, and this will be last lap. Kevin then stomped it. 3.6 seconds. 3 corners left after this one. There's one comfortably through that. There's 2 down to this final turn then. Still pulling time over Dylan. Making it look easy, Kevin. And you can see why he's championship leader. So up towards the line then for Kevin. Flash of the lights as well. And there he goes across the line, taking the win in race 2. Dylan coming home and taking second. Did get closed up by Ginger Imposter just at the end there. So kicking off for 4th as well. Mocking Weeks just going to hang on to that. Unfortunately, because Manos, Mocking Weeks taking 4th, Manos did cross the line 5th, but holding that penalty, he loses the position to Obi, so Obi comes home in 5th. Manos takes 6th, Sturpan takes 7th, Skippy takes 8th, Pilgrim comes home in 9th, Nick Vick takes 10th, Captain Pugwash and Midas Lani had some kind of coming together on the line and didn't actually cross the line. They have now though. Kevin on that top spot then for race 2. There it is. So what is race 3? What's the grid order? 6 minutes? Is it another reverse grid? Each lobby changes. So, still got 5 minutes of waffling to do. What can I waffle about now? I don't know. I should write a script, or something. There's a few little bumps and bangs, then a few little apologies happening in the chatter there. So, most drivers are going to have the medium tyres on for this final race. Who had them on for race 1? Just Pilgrim, wasn't it? I don't think I saw anyone in race 2. Did I? Skippy? Did Skippy have... No. So it might be everybody but Pilgrim on the soft tyre, on the medium tyre. They do last longer. They're obviously a little bit slower, but we'll see. As drivers have said, tyres have been blown out even after 10 minutes, so you've got to make them work early on. Otherwise, they're still quick, but you've got to just get ready for when they actually lose their grip and stick you in a wall. If you can gather it up, if you can catch it before it sends you, then fine. But yeah, they just seem to let go a little bit quicker. Obviously, the mediums don't wear down as quick, so they hold on to a bit more of that grip. But you're not able to take those corners just as quick. So you've got to make those softs work early on before you blow them out. Manos, that looks like you're going. That was a close one. See you again. But you're still in the lobby. What is he talking about? He's going to see you again on this track. Did you upset him? Did you? So 2 more rounds of this, depending on whether Sunday stream goes ahead. What have we got of that? What have we got of that left? Let me just have a look here. What are we doing? Super GT round 5. Okay, still got 3 rounds left of the Super GTs on Sundays as well. I will say, depending on how broken I am on Sunday, that stream might or might not happen. That's breakage dependent. Level of breakage determines stream on Sunday night, unfortunately. Now, if you boys want to race it, that's fine, and record it and then send me the replay. I can do it post race. I don't get quite as much information. Doesn't give me I don't think it gives me gaps between drivers. It just gives me gaps between the driver and race leader. It looks a little bit different as well because it all goes to widescreen and stuff. I don't know why. But yeah, you can. It's up to you. If it doesn't go ahead, obviously I'll let you know. If I break myself halfway through Sunday, once I'm compos mentis and in the hospital, out the hospital, whatever has happened, I'll text you. So you might know early on. And then it's entirely up to you whether you boys postpone it for a week or run it and save the replay. But yeah, breakage dependent, boys. Breakage dependent. I'm body armoured up. I've got all the kit. Don't worry. I'm not just going down with a got a t-shirt on or anything daft like that. So race 3 just about to get underway. Skippy testing out those mediums. Is it everybody? Oh look, there's a lot of people in walls and dented cars. I thought Pilgrim had used the mediums. Alright, here we go then. Midas Lani is going to lead us round. Captain Pugwash reverse grid then for race 3. Let's go on. They all get away well. I thought Pilgrim had already used the medium tyre, but maybe I'm wrong. Midas Alani then leads us into turn 1. Captain Pugwash loses the position straight away to Nick Vick, dives one up the inside. Sturpan forcing his way past Skippy. Oh, sorry, Pilgrim. Oh, Skippy just running himself off track. Again, the medium tyres are going to catch some of these drivers out quite early on, I think, while they're all bunched up and looking for positions. There's going to be cars sliding out, drivers out braking each other. Hopefully it's all clean. Midas then in first, Nick Vick second. Oh, drivers swapping. Captain Pugwash into third then, Sturpan fourth. Skippy in fifth. Obi-Wan in sixth. Manos in seventh. Pilgrim eighth. Mocking Weeks in ninth. Dylan 10th. Kevin in 11th. And Ginger Costa 12th. Is everybody on the mediums? Everybody's on the mediums, are they? Somebody has got this one wrong. Lani has not got this one wrong. His medium tyres allowed him to pull a full second from the battle behind. Nick Vick, Sturpan, Captain Pugwash just getting it wrong there, loses that position back to Sturpan. Obi-Wan looking to come past him early on. Manos sees the opportunity up the inside there, trying to follow Captain Pugwash through here. Come on, camera, keep up. Trying to drive around the outside of Captain Pugwash here, now to the inside before they come down to this final corner. Obi then gets the position off of Captain Pugwash. Pugwash going to be a little bit slow out there, he might get swallowed up here by Manos and Mocking Weeks coming into turn 1. Oh, we've got drivers running slow in the background. Skippy just picking himself up there. Back to have a look at Obi. Mocking Weeks sees the opportunity, comes through. Manos doesn't though. Almost takes that ginger imposter there as he's getting himself back on track. Dylan looking for a way down, squeezes one at the inside as well, follows ginger imposter through. That little mistake costing Manos a couple of positions there. Dylan in 9th, big gaps back to the rear of the field. Dylan in 9th then, having a battle with Manos and Ginger Imposter. Pilgrim in 10th. Kevin's a long way down on the mediums. 0.5 of a second penalty to get rid of as well. Skippy also been caught out somewhere. 1.2 seconds behind Kevin. Whether there was a little bit of contact between those two, I don't know. Solani then still leading, 3.5 minutes in, 1.3 seconds over Sturpan. He's up and down the front half of the grid a little bit, drops another position there, loses that second position to Nick Vick. Sturpan 4th, Obi in 5th, Obi 4th, Sturpan 3rd, Mocking Weeks follows him through in 5th. 6th then, after losing those positions. Manos under more pressure here. Dylan looking for a way past him. Got himself past the Pilgrim and a Ginger Imposter. Tucking himself right into the slipstream, coming into this rear corner? Last corner. position. Skippy and Pilgrim side by side as well, coming into turn 1. Pilgrim's holding it. Has he got his braking right? He has. Kevin 11th, then Skippy 12th. These boys still a long way down, 5.4 seconds off Ginger Imposter in front, 13.4 off of race leader. Excuse me. Midas Alani then continues to pull a gap. At 2.1 seconds. Sturpan and Nick Vick still battling out for first place. Sturpan far too hot into that turn. Almost loses it, gets a little bit sideways. Nick Vick able to come through and take that position. Unfortunately, that slow exit has allowed Obi-Wan and a Mocking Weeks to tuck themselves into his slipstream now. Coming into one of the fastest parts of the circuit as well. Still closing up on him, coming through these S's before this long, fast, over the hill section. Sturpan then drops himself to the inside, doesn't want to give these boys any kind of advantage. Obi-Wan already carrying more speed. What's Mocking Weeks going to do? He goes to the outside. Sturpan holds that third position. Obi-Wan Mocking side by side coming into this next turn. Mocking Weeks just picks that one up, but Obi comes back at him. Backs off again. Sturpan here. Obi-Wan's fallen off that fight a little bit. Needs to get the chase on down here. Oh, Sturpan goes a bit wide. He's going to be on the grass. Weeks is going to carry the speed. Obi-Wan too far back to take advantage. Sturpan trying to hold it again through there. Drives himself off track for a second time. Obi to switch it back up the inside, but Sturpan got the grip back in his tyres now then. Medium's catching a few of these drivers out then. Not this man, Midas Alani. 2.9 second lead then over Nick Vick. 7 minutes into race 3 here. Mocking Weeks starting to slowly close him down though. 1.1 seconds the gap. Sturpan holding that fourth for the time being. Obi-Wan trying to close that gap back up on him. Now got a Captain Pugosh and a Dylan for company. There is a Manos just trying to get himself tucked onto the back end of that fight as well in 8th. Pilgrim in 9th, having a bit of a punch up with Ginger Imposter here. I'm sure Pilgrim's used the soft tyre, the medium tyre already, but... Oh, Pilgrim! Oh no, Pilgrim, no, he's carried far too much speed. He's dipped a wheel on the outside, spun himself round and taken out Ginger Imposter as well. Purely a racing incident, but those things happen. Pilgrim should allow Ginger Imposter to come through and take that position, but yeah, what a ruiner for both of them, unfortunately. Yeah, just getting tangled up with Ginger Imposter. If he'd have managed to make his way through, then fair enough, but just got caught up in that spin. Midas still pulling time up front. Nick Vick being closed down by Mocking Weeks, though. The gap down 2.3 of a second. He'll be feeling the pressure here. Obi-Wan has finally made his way past Sturpan, but still got him for company. A long way back off Mocking Weeks at the minute as well. Let's keep an eye on this fight. Mocking Weeks then chasing down Nick Vick for second. This will become a final lap as well. Mocking goes to the inside in turn 1. Unfortunately, it does put you straight on the outside for turn 2, so has he done it to try and cause Nick Vick to make a little mistake? Oh, nearly hit some wheels on the grass. Still holding that second though. Just one more lap to do, Nick. That's all you've got to do. Oh no! Far too hot through there. Has that cost him? Was all tarmac. Mocking Weeks drops himself back into the slipstream. Does he fire one out up the inside here? He has a little think about it, Mocking. Nick Vick just keeping it sensible through there. He's driven himself off track again though. He's pressing it. He's absolutely pressing it, trying to hang on to this position. This is just allowing Midas Alani to escape up the road. 5 seconds up front at the minute for him. Nick Vick. He's got a bit of a sweat on in the cab of that Alfa. Got a few fast drivers behind him. Mocky Weeks, Obi-Wan, Sturpan and Dylan. Weeks not close enough to go for a lunge into this final corner and into this hairpin at the bottom. Closes up on Nick Vick. Can he get the drive out? Dylan presses it. He's driven himself onto the sand through there. Mocking Weeks, having a look at Nick Vick around the inside there. It's not worked. Obi-Wan's closing up on these two as well. Now Mocking Weeks. Oh, Nick Vick's off track. That is definitely going to slow him down. Mocking Weeks has definitely got the advantage up the inside now. There's going to be few positions changing here. No, Mocking Weeks hasn't. Everybody looking for a way through here. Oof. Obi-Wan catching a curb, nearly getting that thing on 2 wheels. Oh, a little bit of contact between Mocking and Obi, almost pushed wide. A little bit of a bump behind as well between Obi and Sturpan. Look at this, all up towards the line. But it is Midas Alani that takes the win. Nick Vick, sweating for his life, takes second. Mocking Weeks coming home in third after almost being nudged off track. Obi as well, taking fourth. Dylan coming home in fifth. What happened to Sturpan? Did he have a penalty? Dylan fifth. Manos taking sixth. Sturpan coming home in seventh. Did he have a penalty when he crossed the line? Yes, he did. A full second look in seventh. Oh, wounder. So it was Midas that took the win. Then Nick Vick takes second. Mocking Weeks third. Obi-Wan fourth. Dylan fifth. Manos sixth. Sturpan seventh. Captain Pugwashi in eighth. Kevin taking 9th, Ginger Poster 10th, Skippy 11th and Pilgrim 12th. Not a good final race for Kevin. Did take the fastest lap, but only managed 9th, unfortunately. Again, him and Skippy, I believe, may have been tangled up at some point, and they ended up a fair way down the field. But there we go. Round 6 done and dusted from Lago Maggiore. Again, at the same time, same place next week. I forget where we're at next week for the Alphas. Sunday stream may or may not happen, depending how much of my body I've removed or bruised or broken or snapped. We'll see. No ring calf on Saturday night this week. So that was one I started on Saturday just gone. It's a load of Germans and a few of my mates that have joined this lobby, and they've asked me to do a bit of comms on it. It's only fun races. It's called the Ring Calf because it's all Nordschleife. It's all Nordschleife and it's only Nordschleife. It's only 2 lap races and it's only GR3 cars, and that's the whole format. So it's just a few fun races that I've decided to throw my comms over the top of. So that's what we've got in the lineup. Again, nothing Saturday night this week because obviously I'll be halfway down a hill in Wales, and Sunday depends on what happens on that halfway down a hill in Wales to whether Sunday night happens. And again, depending how brutal it is, Thursday might not happen. We'll see. So Sunday night could happen. Saturday night definitely is not happening. Thursday's a long way off. All right, but that's what we've got coming up, sort of ish. Don't really know how to word it better than that. But that's going to be it from me tonight, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, make sure you do all the usual stuff: like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, what I want you to do: tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.